The neighbor's car is going to be towed away. Diabetes. I'm Wilford Brimley. That was some cat fur. I just combed through all. I know some people are going, ew. I spy with my little eye some presents that the cat left me. So if anyone, Al, do you know how I can deal with this problem? I put cinnamon down on the carpeting and it kept him away for about a day, but now he's making daily deposits again and I don't know what to do. I know you can put mothballs down, but that naphtha smell is not good for animals, either four-legged or two-legged kind. That's the glucometer that I got to test blood sugars. That's the pokey thing that makes you bleed, and then the paper you bleed onto into the meter. Haven't even opened it to read the instructions yet. Yes, I'm putting it off. Well, you know, there are givers and there are takers. I must be a giver, either that or I have sucker written on my forehead. Don't know. But when I am at the kitchen sink, which I'm there a lot, whether I'm cooking or making a cup of tea or cleaning or doing dishes or whatever, or just standing and staring out at the backyard, the birds and the squirrels and everybody come over to the window and they go like, tap, tap, tap. Hey, lady, there's no more food out here. Come on out here and feed us. Yeah. And because squirrels can chew through plastic ones. I have a metal trash can with the bird seed in it. And it was sitting next to a little table. That's the green part. And the squirrel used to sit on the table and push up with all his might and get that lid open. And he'd go in and eat to his heart's content. Well, I moved it further away from the table, and I caught him up there. He knows, somehow, they must watch me. They know that you lift that handle to take the lid off. So he's standing there trying to paw it and gnaw it and everything else, and he can't figure out how to open that can lid. Little stinker butt. Nothing much was accomplished today. I was in my room watching a video on Ebola. It was interesting. And I heard the phone machine. I didn't hear the phone ring, but I heard the phone machine. So I came out here and it was a male voice, so I thought, oh, I wonder what Richard wants. It wasn't Richard, it was someone else. It is a guy that's interested in me. This guy, I'm not really sure how old he is. Somewhere around my age. And he was living in Fort Lee, New Jersey, and he's from like Brooklyn or something. He talked like this, talks like he's got a lot of skin in his cheeks, you know? Like you can hardly understand him some of the time. And he talks like this, like he's from Brooklyn. And he's a chef. He was going to open a big restaurant out there, and then have me be like head waitress or something, you know, and me be with him and all that good stuff. But then it fell through, and he was living with the woman, then he wasn't living with the woman. Then he called me and started calling me a lot and emailing me and stuff like that. And then nothing. So I thought, okay. Then all of a sudden he's contacting me again. Hey, Cheryl. It's me, Chef. I won't tell you what his name is. He's Italian. And he says, I'm in Atlanta area now. He works for a big corporation, for the food service in a big corporation. He says he can get me a job. He can get me a job tomorrow. And I told him my physical limitations, and I don't think he believes me, or he didn't hear me, or he wasn't listening. I don't know. I have a couple decent facial pictures on Facebook. I have a couple decent pictures. And some guys will see your face and fantasize what the rest of you looks like. And I guess their imagination's pretty good. Because I even sent him a picture of what I look like. And he still calls me. So I must have sucker written on my forehead. or he must think old white woman money. That's what all the people up here in North County think. All the black people in North County think old white woman money. No. 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 Anyway, he calls me and he's talking and he's like really, really interested in me. I haven't been with anybody for 8 years because my boyfriend, or my friend with benefits boyfriend that I'd known for 10 years, his name was Corrado, but he liked to be called Bear. He passed away 8 years ago. So that was it. I mean, I think I had found my soulmate. We understood each other very well. From the inside out. Emotionally, I'm talking about. And I'll never find another person like that. And I think of him every single day, and I miss him every single day. Well, I haven't had any interest in anybody. I tried a couple coffee dates in the last 8 years, but I'm just not interested. I mean, if it happens, it'll happen, but I'm not out looking. But this guy, he keeps calling me, and he says, they got a flight from Atlanta to St. Louis for $79 one way. I could get a round trip. I'll come up for the weekend. I'll stay with you. Like, oh my God. I don't know this guy, really. I mean, I don't really know this guy. I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting him, but this coming and staying with me, and like nothing like inviting yourself, is there? Little red flags go bing, bing, bing. That's not good. Anyway, I thought, well, let's see what this guy's really made of. And I did one of the things you're not supposed to talk about. I talked about politics. When you're with polite company, you talk about the weather, but not politics or religion. So I started talking politics, and he can't say high enough praise for Donald Trump. I almost threw up and hung up on him. I told him how I felt about it. And he says, oh no, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, he's doing the right thing, blah, blah, blah. And then he talks about work. And I'm thinking, Donald Trump doesn't know what work is. How can you justify yourself? Anyway, and I couldn't stand listening to it anymore. And I said, look, we are not compatible. I think the exact opposite. He goes, oh, well, you can't think the same thing or you wouldn't get along. And I'm like, oh, God, what is wrong with this guy? Any ideas, folks? How do you handle this? I'm not used to it. Not at all. I'm not used to anybody being nice to me or calling me, or he likes to call me baby. And guys that don't know me very well, they start calling me baby. That's a turnoff. I'm sorry, it's a turnoff. If you don't know someone very well, don't call them baby. Unless they say that you can. So I don't really know what to do. Today has just been a day. Tomorrow's supposed to be really cool in the morning. I don't mean awesome cool, I mean weather cool. So I'm going to finish edging so I can take that edger back to Rick. And then, what else is there to do? I don't know. A whole lot of stuff. So, as always. So take it easy. And I will check out the instructions on the glucometer tomorrow and probably do it Monday. Because that way I will be knowledgeable about it. But tomorrow morning I want to knock out the rest of the edging in the yard and stuff to get it done. So I'll see you then. Upward and onward.